Good evening, bloggers, vloggers, and followers. Another great Sunday evening here. Just a long weekend, but a good weekend. It was nice and healthy. Regardless, I do want to highlight that October is National Bullying Prevention Month here in the United States of America. It's also coming out day today, but that's a whole another gamut for another time. But do respect it. Um, However, back to bullying day. Um, so there was this post online, and I've seen lots of bullying this week in the autism community, but this one stuck out the most, and it was from conversations from Chevy. Um, where she highlighted from Finding Cooper's Voice, another blogger, Facebooker, about somebody who appeared to be Christian, an elderly, a senior, was criticizing the autistic individual's weight and him not wanting to speak, or it's just and just very critical. And regardless, the name wasn't shared of the individual that was shaming this young boy, but I can guarantee you, there's a lot of debate about that, and Connie from Conversation with Chevy goes into that a little bit. But regardless, fat shaming or any kind of shaming in the disability community, and especially the autism disability community, cannot be tolerated. I must be certain to that. Um, as you can tell, I'm in the camera here, and I'm a rather large guy. Um, Working on that. I'll get into that in a minute. But we're already being shamed. For being autistic. Sometimes we're looked down upon. We're not seen as a valuable person in many cases until we have to prove that effort to that person that we are capable of, you know, their trust and building, the skills and the knowledge that we need. We all come with different abilities, but sometimes we're really intelligent with things, and I feel that it's just so wrong. I know bullying month here in the United States is geared towards school, and it does happen, and I have family members that have been bullied, and it's not a picnic. I have been bullied in junior high. I was much thinner at the time, but um, not because of weight issues, just because of just issues with individuality and individuals with the way I acted, and puberty, and we all know how puberty is on the autism spectrum, and it's not kind. Um, just a lot of issues, and I had to straighten myself out, and I'm glad I did eventually, and I'm still straightening myself out today at 35. However, regardless of that, there's bullying, and with autism, and it's a shame that the people would bully these persons who write this content, because we're just wanting people to know about us, and wanting us to we want to share what we're feeling, and maybe somebody else can pick up on it and learn, because we just it's just important, and we want to express how we feel sometimes, and we should feel safe, just as if we are in our home here, we should feel safe, and regardless of what other people feel, they should keep that to themselves, or because once you put something out on the internet, it's public record, and regardless, say, oh well, if you make a falsified profile, you know, it's still out there, and people can read it, and you have to be very careful. And I'm going to talk about victimization in another video this week, but regardless, you have to defend yourself, but yet you have to, it's a sad thing. So I'm going to read the comment here about this. So again, I said there is so much victimization in the autism community. I've seen so many people within the last few days alone be bullied, or a victim of one thing or another. As far as the weight factor, I am a larger person, and I am working better. However, one must realize that all autistics are not the stereotypical average male. And I'm going to stop right there because it's so true. And yes, we know it's primarily in males, but everybody thinks because you're autistic or you're on the spectrum that you are this thin, skinny male. And it makes me angry. It does. It truly makes me angry because, I'm never going to be that skinny person again. I was like that in seventh grade. I'm never gonna be that skinny person ever again. I'm working at getting better on myself. I have a goal in mind eventually. Um, I went to the doctor last week, and I had weighed in out of one of the highest weights I've ever weighed in my life. It's over 300 pounds. I'll give you that much. But and I have a goal. And I met a new doctor, and she really wants to see me do good in the next 6 months. um, and she wants me, and I want to lose 50 pounds. But regardless, I want to lose 50 pounds, and I made a deal with myself that I want to buy a bicycle, and so I can explore the bike trail. And ironically, this week, I've exercised every day in the last, I'd say 6 days out of the 7, so and maybe more. But I think that speaks a lot of volumes too. That I'm out and about and I'm actually being active every day. I'm wearing my Fitbit, which I love, and I'm keeping track of all that along with my other things that I do for my mood. And I see the doctor next week. But back to regardless of that. So I don't want to be like this. The medicine made me like this. Part of this made me from not being active, drinking a lot of sugar, what have you. I'm not happy about it, and I want to do something about it. And I'm really feeling good about it this week. So, I'm working on being better. Um, but back to the comment in conversations with Chevy. One must realize that autistics are not the stereotypical average male we see on the media, just as an autism spectrum diagnosis. As autism is a spectrum diagnosis, our body type's metabolic makeup varies from person to person. Regardless, autistics have a plethora of health issues to navigate, and some and and we to be body shamed is one of the most hurtful things you can do to someone. So I'm going to stop there at that sentence. I was My parents probably don't know this, and we were walking today in the state park, and we were walking back from the field where we were, and somebody rolled down the window and they rolled by. I don't know what they said. I was standing by myself, a little spread out from the family, and somebody said something, but I didn't hear what it was, and I just, it cringes on me. It just freaking cringes, people. That is it bullying? Come on, people, grow up. It just, I don't understand. Like, what did you say to me that how you had to slow the car down and yell at me? Now, I was fully dressed and appropriately dressed, so that shouldn't have been an issue. I was out there getting out there and getting my exercise, and that's what you should have been commended for. But, I just think people, just are so hurtful sometimes. And it's sad. What, and, I've experienced some other issues with bullying recently, but, I understand, but, sometimes it's systemic. Sometimes, people, come up with, they have their own issues and they need to feel empowered. I don't try to gloat on anybody. I mean, it's just all what you see. I know I didn't come from, I have a great family and I'm thankful for it. I don't go around and gloat about it. Um, I sometimes I treat them like garbage and it's wrong, but I'm trying to work on that. And but being body shamed, is one of the most hurtful things. So we must look at the whole picture of the autistic lives and see what makes them thrive. And I had to say that because there's so much talent. You have to look, as long as the person is healthy. That's the key thing, folks. Making sure they are healthy. And I feel that, I'm trying to get healthy. I'm out there walking every day. I'm putting 1 to 2 miles in every day on trails and things, and I'm really having a blast doing it. I'm getting to see nature. God willing, it's going to be nice as it can, and then I don't have to do the tapes here, on the I'm not the tapes, but the videos on the computer. But it's just I want to try too. I'm going to be just like everybody else. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to do things. I want to lose weight. I don't think I chose to be this size. I've made a lot of consequential decisions to get to this size, and I do account for that, and I do take responsibility for that. But in reality, I just, and as I'm wearing my Tops shirt here, but and I do like Tops Club, and it helps me too. Kind of a little leery about going right now because of the coronavirus, but regardless, they help me too, and it's just so so it's just so sad, to be fat shamed or bullied in any way, and it just hurts me. So regardless, I've ran on for 11 minutes here. I think I've said enough of my piece. It's just something that really hurts me, and I really had to speak my mind about this week. So regardless, like, follow, subscribe, Dustin's Dynasty on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, um, and we'll get to the next one. And if you don't get to that, we'll see you next week. Thank you.